Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel Chala-Tech. Today we'll be talking about BGP, Border Gateway Protocol, how we can configure BGP in the routers and see two sides communicate with each other. And but before we start, we just need to do a little introduction of what BGP is. BGP is all routing protocol that makes the global internet work. Is used to exchange routing information between autonomous systems. Large network operated by ISPs, cloud providers, enterprise, and content networks. So without wasting much time, that I mean this little introduction is enough. You can read it up more and to go check our previous videos. So we're going to know how to configure BGP on our 4 routers and see how the two sides can communicate. But first of all, we already have our network subnetted, and as well we already have our autonomous system number here for each site and for each router, which is going to serve as a very important concept for our configuration. Without wasting much time, let's get down to business. Work with me as I configure BGP on the router. First, come to this router. We assign IP address real quick. Assign IP address real quick. G0/0. However, let's just label our links. Common option, reference. We can know each port. This is G0/0, G0/2, and G0/1. Let's assign IP address real quick. It is 255.255.252 and put on the port. So G0/1. Turn on the port. Come to G0/2. It's going to be our gateway. Turn on the ports. To the next router. G0/0. Here is going to be 10.1.2. Turn on the port. So here we have G0/1. We have 10. We take our IP address from this network, 10.10.4.2. We assign .2 here. We will turn on the port real quick. We are done here. Come to here. The next router. Come to config. G0/0. G0/0 we're having 10.10.3.1. 252. Turn on the port. Come to G0/1. 10.10.4.1. Turn on the port. Last one. 192.168.1. Turn on the port. Down here. Come to the last one. G0/0. So we're going to have 10.10.2.2. Go to the next one, which is G0/1. We have 10.10.3.2. So let's /net on the port. Real quick. So we as well assign IP address to our computers. How is the time? Here. into 192.168.1.1. The next one. 168.1.5. 192.168.1.1. Come here. Find IP address here 192.168.2.4. Now get using 192.168.2.1. That was the time. 192.168. 192.168. This one. 192.168. Okay, so we're done with our assigning IP address on individual interfaces. So right now we're going to start with our configuration on each router. Follow me. Okay, so here we exit and we choose router on is our routing protocol, which is BGP. And now we assign our autonomous system number, which is this. Now this router is going to have this system autonomous number because this is going to be a gateway to this site. So we're going to have 30 as a system autonomous number. Enter. Now remember, we have our process ID here, 1.1.1. So here, you can just now put BGP router ID, which is 1.1.1. And we advertise our neighbor because now our neighbor is going to be the interface of the directly connected interface on each of the router is going to be our neighbor before we can advertise our network. I hope that makes sense if you understand that. So our neighbor is going to be, so let's go with that. Let's go with it. You see, neighbor. Our neighbor is going to be this interface. So we're going to have 10.10.1.2. Remember, that is the interface IP address. The IP address assigned to this interface. Now you put remote as your autonomous number of the next router, which is going to be the neighbor. I'm talking about this 35. The next neighbor is going to be this. We have it as neighbor n.2 remote as 25. So now we can advertise our network. So our network n.1.0 mask. So 255.255.255.252. I have two networks. The next one is going to be network 10.10.2.0. Our mask is going to be 255.255.255.252. Our next network, which is going to be the default gateway of our site, is going to be 192.168.1.055. mask 255.255.255.0. Yes. And do right. We're done with this. So we are going to the next hop, which is this. Okay, so we're done with this. We're coming to this router, configuring BGP. Don't configure BGP on this router, so we're coming to this router. Alright. So we exit. We choose our routing protocol, which is our autonomous system number is 35. Always remember 35. Now, your BGP router ID is your neighbor. Now, always remember your neighbor is your neighbor repeats the IP address of the next interface. Remember also. So our neighbor is the IP address of this interface. Then is 10.1.1. Yes, remote task. System of autonomous system number of the system. Oh yes, so they have recognized that the neighbor. Now we have two neighbors on this interface. This is G0/1 0/0. The next neighbor is going to be neighbor 10.4.1. Remote task. What is system autonomous? The autonomous system number here is 20. Now we can now access our network, which is this and this. Network 10.1.0. Mask 255.255.255.252. So click enter. Resize the list. 10.4.0. No mask 255.255.0. Click enter. Hit done. Alright. We'll go to the next router, which is this. We open. Name of the so we choose our routing, which is BGP, and our autonomous system number is 20. So BGP router ID, or router ID is 3.3.3. We advertise our neighbor. We already know our neighbor is going to be the next IP address of the directly connected interface. We have 10.10.4.2 remote task 35. Okay, so we have recognized it as its neighbor. You can see here. So we'll be doing the next one. So try to recognize neighbor .3.2 remote as autonomous system about here is 25. So that's what is remoting as. Remote as 25. Yes. So now we can advertise our network. We have 10.4.0. Our mask is 245.252. Click enter. Network. Then it's 10.3.0. Now our mask is 255.255.255.252. Our last network on this router is 192.168.2.0. Our subnet mask is 255.255.0. And you're done configuring BGP on this router. We'll go to the next one, which is going to be our last router configured. Enable. Config. Choose our routing protocol, which is BGP. Our autonomous system number is 25. Don't forget that, it's very important. 25. Now, we advertise our name. Our router ID, BGP. Router ID, which is 4. Advertise our neighbor. Neighbors there is this and this. That's 10. To our neighbor is 10.2.1. Remote as 30, which is the system autonomous number of this. So he has recognized it as its neighbor. Go to the next one. Which is this. So change this. It's 3. This is the neighbor. So, yes, it has recognized as its neighbor. So now we can now advertise our network. Then our mask that's 0. Our mask is 255.255.252. Our last network to be advertised is this, which is 10.2.0. Our mask is 255.255.252. And right. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. Just follow up the pattern or the procedures, and you're going to get it right. So let's check. Let's verify the communication between two sites to know if it's actually working. Yeah, come here. Click ping. Pinging the other side. 192.168.1.4. All right, so we are communicating the both sides are communicating. And decide to ping .1.5. Go again. On the both sides are communicating. We can decide to ping .5.6. All right, so let's trace route. Let's see the pattern, the path through which it follows to its communication. You can see the pattern through which it follows to its communication. So let's ping the other side. We can verify that they are both communicating. All right, go again. Yes, it's very simple. It's very easy. Just follow the steps and you're getting it right. Please come back, like, subscribe, share for more good content. Thank you. God bless.